Okay then, welcome everyone here on SpeedGaming for another race from the Metroid Prime to Randomizer Mentor Tournament. We have the race between GingerChris and JhavA. Ryan Tangia, I will be commentating this for you alongside with Storm. Hello.
Hello. You will have to forgive. We've had a few technical difficulties. We are still able to get the stream going with commentary, but we will not have audio for now, at least.
Yeah.
So bear with us.
I mean, we have the streams of the runner, we have a Drake keeping track for us in the background, so like we have everything we need to make this race at least workable. But yeah, as this is a mentor tournament, we of course also have mentors going alongside with the runners. In case of GingerChris, this is going to be BajaBlood, and we have catHuman with JhavA. Looks like we are about to start.
Those two players have been doing decently good in this tournament in the Swiss phase so far, so I'm pretty interested to see what we get to see today.
Yep.
And we start. And what we find immediately, I do believe it's a launcher.
It's like actual launcher.
Yep,
kind of
starting
interesting.
with a launcher. Won't be searching for it. And a nice little joke hint to start.
Made you look.
Made us look indeed. Alright, so we already have the launcher. What does that unlock already? Well, we can already go to Aegon. I think it's and storage can be. That's pretty much all it unlocks so far. So pretty classic. They will be taking on the newly named Bertlings. Toxic fight. They have 5 missiles, so they can make this go a bit faster by using missiles. I've seen some players preferring not to use missiles on this and just have them all for the big fight. Personally, I prefer using them on the small guys. There's a good chance they do drop missiles, but in case I don't drop any if you're unlucky,
that's
I can understand waiting, not wanting to use them.
Like,
it splits up the fight a bit.
Having a good chance is not having a guaranteed chance. So like it's always when you don't use them, you probably would have gotten 3 drops, or if you use them, sometimes you just don't get any. And
oh yeah, that's a good question. We didn't mention the runner's agreements on this one. Let me double check.
If I remember correctly, and Drake has posted in the chat as the same, it is new patcher and the multiplayer items. So
that is correct.
We can maybe find some double damage or unlimited ammo or missiles along the way, which makes fighting a bit nicer.
Oh, and crew attack on Albert. That's
interesting. This seems to shape up for an quite nice mobility start.
Yep, expansion entrance would be. We will not be coming back for that one, but yeah, we prefer finding screw attack earlier rather than later for sure.
Yeah.
Especially when you get the space jump, that makes for some very nice movement all around. Anyway, our runners are now leaving the Great Temple. We'll get a little sneak peek at what's in Temple Assembly site. See, I can't see.
That looked dark sometime.
Yeah.
Somewhat. So probably ammo.
Maybe dog beam? I'll just beam ammo.
I mean, we'll see if JhavA goes for it.
Yeah, they have screw attack too, so it's pretty easy with screw attack to get on top of the little, to get on top. Well, yeah, that Shigeki in storage can be. Doesn't seem they're going for it, so I'm gonna assume that was just like ammo.
Yeah. If it's dark beam, you like almost always want to pick it up.
Yeah, no,
if you go towards Aegon.
If you see dark beam out there, you would not leave without it. No way.
Yeah.
Even if you had to do the painful, even if you had to do the painful slope jump and try 20 times in a row, you would do it anyway.
Yeah.
Multiple related upgrade in the Curse Lake. That could be something. I've actually often seen it be something. A few of the seeds I've done lately. Like I've had boost and spatter in here.
Yeah, I mean, a Cursed Lake is having a surprisingly low requirement set.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, wouldn't
Maybe
be too
just
unusual.
Seekers, Darksuit, and Space Jump, I think. Or and Dark Visor, of course.
Yeah.
What is that hint? He's a Dark Aegon or in Dark Torvus and Torvus. Huh.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's nice to know that they are contained to one region.
Yeah, basically all in Torvus. And we found an E-Tank, very nice. If we found bombs and go to Gem Guardian, that would be nice. For
Yep.
now, we can't do that anyway. Alright, so RNS will be climbing up Plaza. They have missiles, so it shouldn't be of any difficulty.
Yeah. I mean, JhavA needs a drop, which should happen, but it would be awkward if it doesn't. Well, seems like it's going to be awkward. Good thing we have a screw tag. Same case for Chris here.
Let's see if they can get this Kratak extend then
Yep.
to pass right through. JhavA gets it. JhavA just gets missiles. Ooh, very nicely played with JhavA, who gets 2 nice jumps for the screw attack. So when you have screw attack without space jump, the thing to know is it acts a bit strangely. But usually you can basically just trigger the screw attack, but you can't actually jump unless you're in specific positions. But it still gives you like an extra bit of distance and height, which is what allowed the Ginger Chris to get across there with that screw attack.
A little bit of extra height and distance is just what we need.
Yep. And running station A, both of them. So far they're right next to each other, and they're gonna be checking pole access A. You pretty much always wanna check that one before going anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really much else we can do.
We do have missiles, so we could do bomb guardian. Oh, there's the problem.
Yeah. But without any kind of bombs, like we are very, very limited in what we can do. And if we would do bomb guardian with this setup, I mean, we have screw attack and screw attack on
Yeah,
the
it will be
we are
fine with screw
able
attack.
to
You
get
can
out.
destroy the panels to escape.
Yeah. But yeah, not too surprising to see some kind of explosive turning up this early.
For sure.
And yeah, just both immediately back to MSA, get the trace jump
And,
boots, no big
there.
surprise there, and yeah, now we can basically do, well,
A lot
not
of things.
all too much more without normal bombs, but we have some options now.
Yeah, so we definitely have options. We can take on the bomb guardian right now. We can head up the labs, and logically we can check command center. I don't think logically they have central mining station yet. Oh no, they do actually. Screw attack. So yes, we have command center and central mining station they can check. They can go back up and do head chamber A and B, especially once they've killed the bomb guardian. They can go around the GFMC loop with those power bombs. So there's quite a few things we can do here. Chris is starting the fight and breaking the panels. JhavA was already at it. It's because I think JhavA didn't open the door to the labs.
Yeah, that difference there.
I think usually it's a good idea to open the door to the labs, due to the fact that if you end up finding like light beam and entering the labs from the side, it's nice so you don't get stuck and have to save warp inside.
I would tend to agree with that, although like without bombs, like it would have had to be on Bomb Guardian or bombs on Bomb Guardian, so maybe JhavA was just banking on returning anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, JhavA's opening the door now. I guess I will both check Central Mining Station and
yeah,
Command Center.
and
Probably
efficiency-wise, JhavA's route was the slightly faster one.
Yeah, still like switch basically. Yeah, I think it's a good idea to check here. We have CMS in logic. Probably a good idea to check it now.
Yeah.
Some space pirate killing action here. They're pretty much at the same same time right now. So they will be using the square attack now to look at the item up there. That is light beam.
Light beam.
It's a very good decision from both runners to go up there. Ooh, JhavA a bit dangerous here. Turns out you can actually accidentally square attack into the tunnel and fall out of bounds, and I've been told that's a soft lock, so you definitely don't want to do that.
Okay, both now deciding to go and check what's in command center.
Yeah. That light beam is great for that.
It is an interesting spot right now because you could. Well, no, you can't actually do much in here. That's
something, is it? Oh, unlimited missiles.
Well,
honestly, that's worth picking up.
Yeah, maybe not necessarily now. You might shoot the trigger and then go for
yeah. Here you don't want to trigger the cutscene and lock down. You can actually shoot the trigger here, which locks the door up there. And now if you leave and reload the room, the fight trigger will be gone. So you can just enter the tunnel and grab the item without having to deal with the pirates.
Yeah, but you probably shouldn't die here, Chris.
Yeah, a bit spicy there, but I think it's fine. Even got a little golden drop there.
Yeah.
Oh, alright. Still has to reload the room though.
Yeah.
JhavA checking the hint. Let's see. Beam related upgrade on Battleground.
And looks like Chris wants to pick up the unlimited missiles immediately. What I would have done here probably is just shoot the trigger and then leave around, go checking Sand Canyon. Because, like, as nice as the unlimited missiles are, we don't need them immediately, and it's likely that we will return here later. So, yeah. I would have probably left that for now, which is maybe what JhavA's doing.
Yeah, JhavA is definitely leaving behind. I think that's personal preference. I think personally I would take it, so I don't have to deal with the headache of missiles later.
Yeah, I mean, what I said, or what I meant is, I would just leave this room prepared for later when I return here with bombs, with Dark Beam, with like maybe just after going for Storage D, and then pick it up when I go in here a second time.
We have
yeah, I mean,
I think.
Oh right, you are correct. I know this.
Let's go. We got sound. We're in the future now. Alright, your streaming experience has now been enhanced.
So Rico saying, Bar the mentor, so maybe they don't want to return to labs. Given that we have only checked a single check in labs, I would say that's very ambitious. Like, if we had checked out more, if we had Dark Beam, if we had maybe peeked into Doomed Entry, then maybe. But I feel like just checking Command Center this early in the race and then banking on never returning feels ambitious.
I mean, they can't really go anywhere. They don't have bombs or Dark Beam. There's nothing more they can check in the labs. Limited beam ammo on Dark Missile Pad. But we see our first route diverges anyway, as JhavA immediately returned to Temple Grounds, and the JingerChris is choosing to check Sand Canyon.
That are basically the two options you have on that.
Systems expansion.
Missile expansion and not JingerChris not going further. We cannot check vent area A. We could do
we could check what's in storage D.
Yeah, we could check for vanilla Dark Beam. We would have to save warp out of there after that though. It's not that vanilla Dark Beam, so
yeah, they wouldn't. They at least would not get stuck because they do have the square attack trucks with the
Yeah, but as we've seen, there's a Dark Beam on Hive Chamber B.
Yep. So that worked out more for JhavA there. So Sand Canyon play sadly, definitely an understandable play, but not working out for the JingerChris. We'll lose probably a few minutes here, not a lot though. JhavA will probably continue his Temple Grounds trip.
Okay, I have no good idea what that was in Mining Tizer. It looked shiny enough to be a missile or an ammo expansion, so it's probably not something we have to worry about.
Oh, I didn't see at all. I couldn't be able to add anything to this. Oh, that was indeed dark ammo up there.
Yeah.
I brought this out the way. Yeah, I was thinking this could have been dark beam because I didn't see like little light particles. But no, they're definitely there.
Nah, if it would have been Dark Beam, like, I'm, like, pretty convinced they are at least able to attempt or do one of the two Temple Assembly side methods, so... Oh,
that was a sky component, I don't know. Take it. JhavA now going for jump A and B as well, gonna find his dark beam.
Yeah.
We still don't have the bombs, which is like the thing to be careful about. Oh, here's Dark Bust. Hello.
I mean, we have unlimited ammo, and JhavA has unlimited missiles, so yeah, we can just shoot beam combos as we want.
Beam Lighter upgrade in Reliquary. Could be Annihilator, could be Supers. You can screw attack this gate, like JhavA just did.
Bit faster than Power Bomb, or if you don't have any, then the other method you do it.
And Crate has... Ooh, Emerald Translator, that's a good one to find.
Nice. Tipping the item here to prevent potential crashes.
Yep.
Would be nice if a double translator would have some benefit, but yeah, that's not...
Or maybe you get double hints when you scan an Emerald now.
Ah, it would be pretty nice to have, yeah.
So, well, it's pretty nice because it lets us check the hint in here.
Yep.
And if all runners know it, also peek the item in this room. Yep, that's what JhavA's gonna do. You can actually, like, for a single frame, you can actually, if you jump looking up, you can actually see. I think that was a missile expansion from what I saw.
I would tend to agree.
I think that's what it was, yeah. And that's a useless hint. Thanks, game. Oh yeah, I think I was a missile expansion inside. So yeah, if you look all the way up and jump into the ceiling for like a frame or two, you might see like the item through, and that's pretty useful. Yeah. So you can eliminate this spot as being a useful one.
Like, it's probably easier with temple keys as they are so distinct, but yeah, if you know what you're doing, you are able to recognize what it is. This is a very nice way to get information out of that shape.
JhavA going for the wind chamber, makes sense. Gateway is logical right now.
Yep. The screw attack, so no need to do any dashes. And there's Dark Burst.
Attempting the Dark Burst, but missed sadly. That would have been pretty funny to see that succeed. It's just blocking them up there. Yeah. Chris probably just like 2 minutes behind right now. Does have the advantage of he picked up those infinite missiles at least. Oh, and we have a Sky Temple key in the gateway. That's a second key. It's key number 9. Oh, we already have 8 and 9. I can't.
So now if you go for hints, for efficiency's sake, do you now start to lead hints towards the left? Because you don't need to go 8, 9.
So we'll see them head back to Great Temple, check Transport A, which is a logical thanks to that Emerald Translator we just found. They could open the portal, but without Dark Suit and just one E-Tank, they really wouldn't be able to make it all the way to Phase and Grounds. To the item at least. So.
I mean, there's no big damage there. They have screw attack. I feel like one E-Tank, if you know what you're doing, should be enough. Yeah, that's pretty much guaranteed a missile, like from Chris's peak.
I do think that would be a bit too spicy to attempt that right now, especially with neither player having saved yet. I would not attempt it. Oh, it's just an E-tank down there.
That's an E-tank, so I mean, could go back now. Probably don't, but it's a weird spot. Like, you are probably as close to Phasing Grounds as you will be for most of the race. So if you want to check it, now is maybe the best chance you have. But it does
Possibly.
it
You might at
does
least
mean
peek
you
it
need
with 3 tanks.
it does mean you need to take 2 additional elevators, which is so slow.
And while knowing it's not logical, so the game doesn't seem to be pointing that direction anyway. So that would be a bit of a bold move, but JhavA's not going for that. So we did find a Dark Beam in there and the Emerald Translator. We probably just want to go back to Aegon now.
Yeah.
They don't have the bombs, so I guess that only really leaves the labs.
Yep.
Yep. The labs and the Dark Labs area as well is accessible.
Yeah.
Alright, that's a remark from Trey that is correct and I really don't like it. We could actually go all the way down to Mining Station B and Storage A. But that would be quite a dangerous action, because without bombs you have no way up. But if we end up with the bombs down there, we might have to do that.
Seekers somewhere?
Oh no, you're right, yeah, no Seekers.
So, yeah.
Drake said something wrong, I blame him.
I mean, we have screw attacks, so we technically don't necessarily need Seekers, but logically we were supposed to have them.
Logically we would need it.
So yeah, logic points towards labs.
Yeah, right now, Storage D, Storage B, Doom Den 3, Battlegrounds, and Incash 1 are possible checks. So basically it's all in labs. I'm going to lie, I will have a little nervous chuckle if we find the Seekers in there.
Would be something. No.
I don't think I've seen bombs Mining Station B yet, but I've heard it's happened before.
I also heard it happened. It is rare, but I've seen some interesting bombs in this tournament already. So, like, you should never go in with the mindset, nah, that can't happen.
Yeah.
This tournament has proven otherwise.
It's like you're not gonna bet your life on it, but you're gonna keep it in your mind. And if you run out of locations, stick a save and take a dip in.
Yeah.
That's without surprise, we're gonna be seeing both runners run to the labs. It's the only logical place to go now.
Interesting thing though is, since JingerChris has already checked Sand Canyon, we might see different routes towards labs.
Yep.
As Chris could just decide to go through the front. JhavA, having these extra Sand Canyon caches, probably more tempted to go the way JhavA is going currently. Not deciding to peek Mineshaft, which is probably fine.
Yeah, we don't have bombs anyway. We could peek it, but not grab it.
Yeah.
JhavA's gonna enter the bases from the back. Maybe the JingerChris would choose to enter it from the front and maybe check storage B immediately instead. We'll have to see. JhavA's gonna go on and enter the side of Dark Summers. Since we have power bombs, it's not gonna live very long, as we're quite used to seeing on this channel. Be careful about the little rolling critter. JhavA is entering main reactor. Which is perfectly safe. I have screwed that with Dark Beam.
Yep.
Here you don't even bother looking at the storage DP4, because when you are gonna kill Dark Summers, and it's beneficial to take the item after because it force reloads the room. So you can then check what item is in the main reactor and what the hint says as well.
Oh, it looks like
JhavA
Dark
messed
Timus is living longer
that
than
should be
you would
fine.
like. Oh no, that one missed.
Oh, I'm surprised that did not hit. Alright, so JhavA missed the power bomb, so it's gonna actually have to fight Dark Samus a little bit more here. We haven't finished the beam ammo though, so
That is
attempting to use Dark Burst. I haven't seen that attempted before. Meanwhile, as I predicted, the JhamA is indeed entering from the front, and he's gonna be checking storage B first.
Yep.
Give us Seekers in there, will you?
That would be too easy. Put them in a battleground.
That is just an expansion. Alright. So JhamA is not gonna go beat up Dark Samus. If he does get the quick Dark Samus kill, he will gain some time back on JhavA, who struggled a bit on that fight. There we go, Dark Samus finally dead. Oh, JhamA might actually go to Dark Labs right away. Actually, it's a really good idea. Because the Light Portal will get us right back to main reactor. Okay, yeah. Oh, good play. Well, storage D, he will tell us. That's nothing. Right. So with this, I think that JhamA is gonna take the lead now. The entry didn't look like anything.
No.
So we only have 2 checks left. In cache 1, which is where JhamA is going right now.
That's
Dark Oasis tells us missile rate to the ground Dark Oasis.
I mean, possible that's our Seekers.
Hello, Amber.
There's Amber.
So it could be something on the sand cache to continue a logical chain
now. We have everything to get into Tartarus, don't we? No, we don't. Not logically, at least.
We have no logical
suit or supers.
Yeah, we need supers or suits. Yes, that's supers. That's supers on Doomdentria, actually. Okay.
Okay, now.
Yeah,
correction.
Now
we
Taurus
do
is
have.
very interesting.
I will just pretend that I actually recognize the supers up there and where they're incorporating them. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, sure.
Interesting E.
Right, so what JhamA could do right now? He won't start E-Tank, so he's gonna do the fight, okay? What he could do right now is go towards wall, probably to the Jump Garden part of the Dark Aegon. And he could save Warp and go to Taurus after. There's just one thing that's a bit annoying right now, is we still do not have our bombs and we have no idea where they are. And Taurus without bombs is a dangerous place. You can actually end up soft locked in the few spots.
It is, but Taurus Temple Axis is a valid place to have bombs.
Yeah, that's very evil. At least they could pick it.
That's not me theorizing, that's me speaking from experience. So,
yeah, thankfully, if they know it, there's actually using Screw Attack, there's a little peek you can do to the item without falling down, which prevent having to reset in case it's there, or in case it's not there, but we'll see. Anyway.
Well, it's not logic just yet.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Also, everything that we are doing here right now in Dark Aegon is technically out of logic, since we had to cross that little bit of Inkstorm there. We are supposed to have Dark Suit.
It's Inklo stuff, yeah. Just screw that through. I'll check the Inklo first. JhavA, in the meantime, gonna fund his Ember, and then his supers, just like Chris. What does the Broom Closet have for us? Nothing. Right.
Just missiles. Which, at this point, is basically nothing, because both runners now have unlimited ammo of every kind. Well, technically not power bombs if you want to count them, but
we're gonna see Jim Garden next. Classic. The boss exists, but isn't visible, but you can still shoot him. And put into very low HP before starting the fight. It is faster to do it this way because Jump Guardian has a lot of invincibility phases. So, very low that health before starting the fight. And finish it. Yeah, no Ember hints. I mean, they just found Ember, Translator, and Dark Aegon have not returned to Aegon yet. Oh, hello, Grass.
Gravity. Interesting.
That makes Taurus more interesting right now, doesn't it?
Yeah, Taurus still. No, Taurus is in logic. This gravity is not in logic, so either suit or bombs, but
right.
either could be just be in Taurus. We're meant to pick up gravity and then return to Taurus, so definitely good to have found it. Just JhavA has now a kinda awkward problem in the sense of either has to go through Warrior's Walk or leave Jump Guardian behind and go do Dark Samus. They don't route that well together. So might be
I
the
don't think
time.
Chris is gonna return to Aegon there. The one thing we want to check now and not forget is Senkash. We want Senkash, and we want probably start checking Ember hints as well.
Yeah.
A bit surprised when Chris not taking a save here. It's kind of 3 on the way. It's fine.
That's a red key. That's not a Taurus key. We know that.
Hive? We're never breaking that up. But yeah, fun fact: when you start loading the room of the pole and you haven't been to it yet, it actually triggers the cutscene that normally plays the first time you enter the room, and that cutscene actually places you right in front of the portal. So even though you would get stuck by the bomb gate, you can just go right through. Very nice little thing.
Also, we saw that image of Samus actually coming from the portal, although you never did that.
It is pretty silly, yes. JhavA didn't do the ink fight for E-Tank. Meanwhile, Seekers and Taurus, okay, yeah. I feel like the game is screaming at you to go to Taurus now, doesn't it?
Yeah, it kinda does.
I could see it on Path of Roots.
Oh, well, wait. We do have a way to activate bomb slots.
Oh yeah, yeah, but that's very dangerous because if missing it would just get stuck in the slot. So I wouldn't do it. Right, let's check what Senkash has for us. Probably scan a few more hits.
One side effect of having to pick up the Ember, we have no flying pirates here.
They're really annoying. Oh, the bombs are on top of the ship.
Bombs on GFC compound. That's a great hint.
Okay, yeah. We have the full logical chain now. So after that Ember, we're supposed to pick up the suit, then go through Warrior's Wall, kill a Jump Guardian, and then go to the ship to find your bombs.
Yeah. Well.
So going on further and doing the Jump Guardian loop now was definitely the optimal play here.
Absolutely.
So now without surprise, we'll probably see that JinjaChris rush with the bombs. Still pick up the hint here. Probably will not bother with the one in the energy controller. Well, we can't anyway, we still don't have the bomb suit. Here's our hint for the bomb skis. I'm guessing he's gonna save warp now.
Yeah.
We just want those bombs. Actually, it's pretty fun. It's the second time I see bombs be on top of the ship. I think recently it happened in another match. I don't remember which one though. JhavA is on the same path. Getting a cutscene, getting replaced in front of the portal. We'll be going to Senkash, find that suit, probably deduce, and when he finds the hint about the bombs, we'll deduce the logic. we'll also see the hint about the Seekers. Both runners are going to be running to that bombs. The question is, what do they do after that?
So
We have a few options.
we don't have Seekers yet, but like we have supers and screw attack, so if they want to, both runners after grabbing bombs could probably go check Sky Temple key hands.
Mm-hmm.
They are
major
path of routes, which is not gonna be the Seekers since that was hinted separately.
That is correct. That would be something else. What could it be? Could be Boost, could be Spider, could be a Cobalt Translator, could be any of our 2 Vises we still don't have. Could be Annihilator. That could be quite a few things. But yeah, the runners could check their hints after those bombs. Okay. They could return to Aegon for some extra remaining checks that have been left behind. Or go to Taurus, and I think right now the play for Taurus is pretty good. We know Seekers is in there, we know that Sparta Root has a major upgrade. We have Supers, we have Grav.
Yeah, like you can return to Aegon for a few checks, yes, but we knowing that there's at least 2 majors of sorts in Torvus, and there's a lot else we can do. Everything points to Torvus, so like we get hints, like all 6 of them if we want to.
And if anything, the fact that the Seekers are there means we would pretty easily be able to return to Aegon if needed from Taurus. So I do think right now there's no debate that Taurus is the superior play after picking those bombs.
Like the only reason that I would see you going to Taurus is you know that you need a big play against your opponent to have a chance, and that's like your big opportunity to do something that your opponent might be in a disadvantage if it pays off. But that's like a so unlikely situation. Like there's
it wouldn't happen right now. Still early in the race. I don't think either of these runners think they're behind the other. There hasn't been that many running options yet. No big plays, so yeah. I think both will just go to Taurus now. Maybe we'll see a hint play. That depends.
I mean, I personally would probably, if I feel comfortable enough, go for the hints just to have the direction they can give you, or maybe routing the rest of this, knowing what you need to get. Because if we just need to get Spider and we're in go mode, yeah, maybe rush Torvus, see if that major is Spider, and then go from there. Or like if there are maybe a key or 2 in Aegon, maybe that can be enough reason to go back there first, and then try to just go to Torvus once.
Though the fact that we do know Seekers are in Torvus could just make getting the hints free anyway, so I think that might be a reason to not check them right now. What I could see something happen would be maybe boost on Path of Roots, and then having maybe having the Seekers in like a Plaza access or something. Could be possible.
That's a Sky Temple key. Good thing with gravity, we can just easily grab that. So, what's our major gonna be? That's kind of visor. A suit can be found in Torvus Bog, so there's Echo.
That's Echo, okay.
I mean, it is logically required to do Dark Samus 4, so it always will be somewhere accessible.
It's a lot of items in Torvus.
Yeah. So we know a suit here, we know Seekers here. We're basically just missing the ball upgrades. Maybe Dark Visor. There are Seekers. So yeah, maybe do a quick cleanup, maybe try to locate the light suit. But there can also be a lower Taurus. It's an interesting situation, because you can pretty much do everything here. Or you can just take a save, go for your hints, and see from there. Which is maybe what Chris is going for. Oh, and JhavA... No. Wrong entrance.
The logic hasn't been too crazy so far. The bomb on top of the ship wasn't even too bad because it was hinted, and that's like the first hint we found once we got Ember. First or the second.
Yeah.
Chris headed back, or
Yeah, we're going for hints.
Did he find the Seekers?
Yeah, they were in Great Bridge.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's what I assume. That probably just why make your life hard when you know the Seekers are probably gonna find them in Taurus anyway.
Yeah.
You could just take a save, dip in to check your hints, and reset.
Pretty much what Chris did.
JhavA just opening the shortcut.
Yep.
Are we gonna do the same play as thegingerchris? Indeed. What does Warrior Grand have? Doesn't look like anything.
It looked shiny enough to be an E-Tank or maybe light ammo, but not shiny enough to be a Skytamp key.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me. Seeker, missile, strike again.
Good thing we have a few more of those. Like, not a limited amount.
Yeah, we are not running out anytime soon, at least. So, we already have 3 STKs. 3, 8, and 9. Let's see where our 6 others are. Drake, take note. So let's start. We got Underground Tunnel. Well, that's 3.
3.
We got Sacrificial Chambers. That's Grapple Guardian. I think they can already do that.
Yeah, not too bad.
Incash 2,
Incash
okay.
2. Oh!
Logically record Annihilator.
That's an annoying one.
Got
ATS,
Aerial Training Site. That should be free at this point.
Feeding
we have
pits.
Echo, so we could...
Well, we know where the light suit is supposed to be.
Yep.
Profane Path. Well,
we definitely want Annihilator here.
We have Echo already, so yeah.
Right,
need to locate the light suit in Taurus, need to find Annihilator, and we probably want Spider at some point. But that's about it.
I don't think any of the mates in the tournament, me included, can perform Spireless Emperor Eng, so I do want to finish better.
I mean, there's always a first time.
Alright, so we have 3 items to find, and it essentially will be go mode. We already know light suits around. Just need to find the rest. They could be anywhere.
Yeah, we have still a lot of hints to go by. Although we have seen a lot of items already. Not too many of the guaranteed hints, so they will. Although I mean, we have 2 temple key hints and the guardian hints. I guess.
Yeah, we got quad. The Seekers were right there. We're getting it now. So JhavA, we're gonna go to his hints now. Chris obviously death walked back to his safe spot. Dark Egon key 3 on Forgotten Bridge, and E-Tank on the other side. I think here we just go for full cleanup of Taurus.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you know that light suit is here. You want that light suit for feeding pit. So,
We have also like 4 more hints we can find around, and we want
Yeah.
these.
we know that there's an SDK here nearby, so
As expected, JhavA's gonna go check on his hints now.
Yeah.
Probably only, I don't know, 5 minutes maybe behind at this point. So anything's possible. To answer the question from Brogor, so currently we're still in the Swiss phase of this tournament, and the mentors are in voice chat with the mentees and instructing and helping them as the race goes along. However, starting next week, we'll enter the bracket phase with double elimination, and the mentors will no longer be with the runners anymore. So basically, the idea is that during the Swiss phase, the mentors help live, and after that, well, it's up to the mentees to put the knowledge in practice.
another red key, probably Aegon.
That's
No,
always actually.
this is a Taurus key. Okay.
We get a hint that the Dark Visor isn't blog. Huh? Might as well pick it up.
Ah.
Hopefully we need it for STKs, but we might need it for another item.
So here's the thing. I believe Ing Reliquary was beam related, right?
Let me look at the notes. Yes, it was.
So as long as we're looking for our Annihilator, yeah. Huh.
It could be.
So as much as you might want to leave the Dark Visor behind, it feels risky currently.
Not just in Reliquary, we also had Balgran and Poison Bug both be beam related.
Oh boy.
So, who knows?
Yeah.
It is possible. JhavA is checking essence now. Underground Tunnel we knew is an STK, so here, hello, STK1. I've pushed JingerChris to 4 keys now. I'm gonna be checking the Underground Tunnel, hint. What does it tell us? That 2 moss is dead.
So, we're not gonna see quad.
Definitely not. Another couldn't be behind him anyway. The most could. Not even Spider. I don't even think any of the items we need could be behind quad anyway.
I mean,
actually,
Annihilator could be on quad, right?
Yeah, but we already got the
hit. Yeah, not behind. Okay, so yeah, quad was dead already.
So neither quad, neither 2 moss. Well, it could be anything. JhavA just wants the eye lasers to kill him here, so he can death warp. Almost probably not a good idea because you get all that knockback. You actually just want to stand in front of an eye. Perhaps catHuman just told him to. There you go. And JhavA dying on purpose, so we can go back to the last save. I wasn't paying attention for I wasn't paying attention for a moment. I guess that JhavA checked Taurus, Grove, and Medvista, right?
Medvista was an ammo. Taurus Grove I kinda missed. It wasn't
Yeah, I'm
something
guessing
major.
it's nothing important here. Definitely not one of the suits. The suit could be in Plaza Access or Plaza, which would be a bit annoying because you don't have boost and we don't have Spider.
That would be certainly annoying. So it seems like JingerChris is not going to check Dark Taurus for now, which I can understand. Like, we know Light Suit is hinted for Light Taurus. We have the hints down here, and there's nothing that actually requires us to do upper Dark Taurus currently. While there's an SDK down here on Grapple Guardian, so...
We also have that Dark Visor in case. So if we find both a Dark Visor and Light Suit, we could check Poison Bog right away.
Yep.
Which could have an Annihilator, as we've seen.
That is true.
And we have the 3 hints down there, of course. I don't think there was anything gathering all.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, it could have been Annihil. Oh, there's a Joken.
Do you know the light suit was fully resistant to the effects of Dark Ether?
I think I have noticed that at some point, yeah.
I guess it was something unintended, like a little fun fact.
Huh.
Anyway, we're going to be checking more hands now. Whoa, that's just Chris.
Huh.
Meanwhile, also in JhavA is right on its footsteps. Gonna be checking Upper Taurus. Anita is required for Encash 2 and Profane Path.
Yeah.
Both of them, if you know the
Well,
wall calls for it. Oh, hello there. Oh, we know the Annihilator now.
So, yeah, maybe you just leave the Dark Visor behind after all. So, we know exactly where Annihilator is. Now all beam-related hints on Inkashes are completely dead.
Yep. And we can get that right now using that Echo. You can take the elevator, use the Echo Visor in the main research to enter the Dark World, use throw attack to climb up. The Hive Access Transport West, I think it's called. And straight up to it, yes.
So I got a glimpse of what was in here, but I couldn't fully notice.
Probably
like
won't.
Chris wants at least another look. Was a red key.
Who knows?
It's probably an Aegon key at this point.
I think so, yeah.
There has to be at least one in Dark Taurus, but yeah.
One's in Logic now. It should have been the third key.
It's the second, according to Draco. There's one in Dark Taurus, which.
Oh, you're correct. Oh, but she got dead.
And
so
she got dead.
Anyway. Well, we don't know about ones. Spiderborn worms would be funny.
We are not technically in Go mode just now. Now we could be in Spider mode.
Yeah, Hello Light Suit. Yeah. I believe we are.
I was about to say we are still looking for that light suit that had to be somewhere here, or could have been maybe on Plaza, but like in that second, that one turned up. So
yep.
Here. So we know where Dark Visor is. We know where Annihilator is.
So this is a seed that could be cracked by someone who knew Emperor Ink Spyless.
Yeah. Which is interesting because they seem to pop up a few times quite recently in the tournament.
Yeah, it can. Every time that happens to me, I wish I knew. Maybe one day.
Let's see.
So fortunately, we haven't found a hint for Spider. We have left 2 Ember hints behind in AGOG, but that's all we have right now because we don't have Cobalt. JingerChris will be checking the Dark Visor. Dark Visor, maybe the Spider Ball could be on an Incash, one we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, there's not too many left. So pretty sure Dark Visor was also nothing.
Hive Dino Works and Heaven Trends are what we have left.
And Hive Dino Works, I mean, I guess it could.
It is possible. It is possible to Spider Ball there. Hive Entrance is annoying because essentially it'll be impossible to get the hint for it. Because for the limit of body to appear, you need to kill the Spider Guardian. If you don't have Spider, you can't escape. So
yeah, that's
never gonna have that. Alright, Chris checking the double access. I don't think we'll see him do Under Temple. It's a bit of a long check. That's why he's just going for Grappled Guardian because he has an STK.
I mean, Under Temple can't have Spider, right? You need Spider logically to execute.
Yeah, that is correct. Anyway, if he went down there, he gets soft locked.
Yeah.
Still have checked the item on the Screw Attack walls, though I don't see he has.
Yeah, I mean that one still needs Spider to access the portal, right? Because gravity alone is not enough.
Logically,
or is that
yes,
bomb space jump? And
yeah, that makes sense why you wouldn't care about checking that anyway.
Like, it could be boost, but like boost is technically not needed.
We wouldn't need it, so I doubt it. I think logically, it wouldn't be anything. So yeah.
Yeah.
JhavA did find a hint about the beam in ATS, so knows where the annihilator is now. And Chris is taking on the Gribble Guardian.
I mean, we do have unlimited beam ammo.
It's not gonna be very hard.
No worry there. Bit sad that we don't have sunburst. We got
Yeah,
the dark
Dark
one,
Burst,
but
Come on, use Dark Burst. Use it. Chris not using it. This turns out Dark Burst and Sonic Boom can both damage the Grapple Guardian during this little animation. So you can do a bit of damage with it. Anyway, he's dead. Goodbye. Bombing the sides to gain a bit of time. We'll probably be checking under Transit 1 before leaving.
yeah, we're still looking for Spider.
Yep.
And we have no hint, so yeah, we are right here.
I'm interested is what they do next after that. I do think the correct play after this is to take the elevator to Sink and grab that Annihilator.
That's a red key, that's probably the last worm key.
Yeah. So I do think the right play is go to Sink, go grab the key that's in ATS and the Annihilator, and then at that point, what do? You don't have Cobalt Translator. I think a good play could be to go back to Aegon, to grab that in-cache 2 key. I think that's the only one in Aegon. And maybe from there you go check the 2 last hints you've left behind in Energy Controller and Money Station B. Maybe hope one of these are Spider.
Yeah, that sounds definitely like a good plan. Like
there weren't run to while you're there.
There weren't too many Sky Temple keys in Sank, right? With just Profane Path, in-cache 2. What are the other 2 we were missing?
JhavA opened the grate in the Gathering Hall. That means when he wants to come back from Dark Halls, he will be able to come back from this room. Saves a bit of time instead of having to go back to dungeon.
Oh, ATS, yeah, we grabbed it on the way, and Feeding Pit, so...
Oh yeah, we have to too, so I think that would be a pretty good routing option to do this. Like, you take care of your Aegon keys, and if you happen to have the Spider hint there, it's GG, basically.
Yeah. Like, there's no reason to do much more in Sank currently.
With that Cobalt, not really. I think it would be better to go where there's still a few hints and some stuff to do, rather than commit to just casinoing Sank right away. We could at least check what the hint is for how that works on the way, but I wouldn't commit to more of Sank, especially as many things require Spider Ball in Sank, so Spider can't lock itself. Who knows? Maybe we have Spider on Woods.
That's possible.
KR is probably secretly hoping it's on Airy. Knowing him.
I mean, it could be. Well, it couldn't be. Well, the Cobalt could be, but yeah, Airy is not going to be required to seed.
Alright, so Chris basically doing the play I expected. Gonna go up to Sank. Since we have Echo, we just want to do the puzzle, open the gate to the dark hole there, and just go out to ATS directly.
I mean, Cobalt could be on Airy, but it would not be required to seed.
Yeah, it wouldn't be required. Yeah, that's correct. Spider cannot logically be on Airy anyway. He technically needs and Spider to get up there.
Yeah.
But it's funny to taunt KR.
I mean, there could be Sunburst on in Airy.
Just a sneak angle and research.
Pretty sure that could not have been Spider Ball anyway, so like there's not much point in it.
Yeah. I mean, you never know. But yeah, most likely.
I mean, there's nothing that could be locked behind Spider that we need, right? Like, because we just
I
need
don't think
Spider.
so. We have the items for all the SDKs, we just need Spider for the final bosses. So,
Yeah.
I don't think the screw attack up there is logical for
No,
beginner.
not in beginner.
I do not think so. Because it's a bit of a precise one. Like you really need to have good height and bump on the wall the correct way. So I don't think it's beginner stuff. Hello,
There's
Annihilator.
Annihilator. So there's a key up on the screw attack wall.
SDK. And now we want to go back out, but for that we need to go to Judgment Drop.
Yep.
As if you try to take the ball here, we'll see there's a gate in the way. What our runners do from here is the interesting part. Do we check a few more things in sync?
I mean, you are
Just
right
have
next
to
to Vault here, so you probably might want to take the peek just in case it's in there. We don't know where Boost is
We
yet.
could do Vault, we could check some not Temple access, Watch Station access, you could peek, you could grab a Sentinel path, you could check all year. Sank Temple access, all these you could check. Oh, Sank Temple access we don't have Boost to get out.
Is that?
Which... that's Cobalt, isn't it?
Maybe.
That looks like a head system.
That's a weird terminal fall. Or unfortunate
Cobalt.
rather.
That is Cobalt and Vault. Okay, that changes things.
Well, not too much.
But we
currently.
don't have Boost.
Yeah, that's the thing. We don't have Boost. We can just
that
take
puts
that.
that's kind of a conundrum. Like, if you knew how to do it, you could do Cannonball to do this. But yeah, without Boost, we can't grab that Cobalt right now.
I don't think going for Cannonball right now is worth it.
Yeah, I think I would still do the Aegon play. Check the things here first.
There's just so many checks here. I mean, doing this check is
Hive Key.
kind of free, so you definitely should. Looks like we're getting at least Sentinel's Path.
And Olier. That's true.
I mean,
Olier always helps us.
Yeah, but that's 3 additional rooms away.
If you're there, you might as well. I don't know, or maybe just Chris flying to the cannonball on the side and get a Cobalt, like who knows?
Yeah, that's, well, we'll just take this one.
Hello Boost! Well, that solves the issue. That solves the issue. We're gonna get that Cobalt now for sure.
Yeah.
Right, so that does change the plan indeed, because now we can actually check all the Cobalt Hens in Sank. And these could also tell us where Spider is.
So watch GingerChris go do all of the rest of Upper Sank here, and then Spider just be in Cat West.
Yeah. That would be cursed. But to be fair, right now it wouldn't be a bad idea to just check the hidden main research and just go down Cat W. So you can get the main research hints, check the sun map station, all that, and go back around. Yeah, I kinda do want to see a Spider behind Dark Visor. Like, I want to see it on half down personally. It's what I want to see.
Would probably the most funny thing for us left.
That or Hive Entrance would be the bit of cursed checks. But without Cobalt being there, it does lock the way to Spark Garden logically, so I want to see it and how it works. I want to see them scan the hints, like the Keybearer corpse, and it's saying it's a Volvo rated upgrade. That works.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, JhavA just made his way to sink himself. Probably will follow the same path as Chris, just a little bit behind now.
But the thing is, that doesn't have to mean anything currently, because whoever finds Spider Ball first is in a premium position.
Yes. So it all depends on where Spider is.
And as we pointed out, there are options.
Oh, no. Scan the hints. Don't go now. Scan the hint, please. No.
Maybe just dropping down Cat West and going back up immediately.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, actually, you're correct. But there's also the hidden man research. Hello, Cannonball! Okay, now watch the Spiral Ball hint be on a watch station.
Yeah.
Why is Chris not scanning any hint? We have goblins.
Maybe just forgot that there are hints available currently.
Yeah, I think
that was a pause and it
There
turned around.
He reached the watch station once, sadly. So what does this say?
Yeah, that hint was useless.
Like I swear, what should be like Spiral Ball is on Hive entrance on a watch station or something.
No, I fully agree. If I were the player here, that's 100% what would have happened.
What is the Ginger Chris doing? Oh, okay.
Wanted to try to get up without Spider.
You can't go this way. You can actually stand on that little thing there. I'm not sure why he's trying to go there. If he does... Oh no, I hope Baja is telling him that if he does attempt to go up there and open the door, he will crash.
No, Chris just wants to go up to that door and screw over towards there.
Yeah, it's because I saw him try to jump a few times the other way. I was really scared he would try to... No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't try to open it. Do not try to open this door. Okay, I think Baja just warned him.
I think Baja intervened there.
Ginger Chris was a few seconds away from crashing his game right now. Because until you have defeated the boss in that room, there's no trigger to load the catW. And when you already have 2 rooms loaded, which is already close to the limit in memory, and you try to load the catW on top with a force load, you just crash the game. So he was like, that's what I was scared of. I'm really happy that Baja just stopped him in time.
Yeah, and
that's happened to me recently, and I discovered it the painful way.
I think the initial confusion there for Chris was since we opened the Echo Gate, you didn't have the normal standable there on the gate to get towards the transit station door. So Ginger Chris had to figure out a different way, and that's where the confusion set in.
I still think because he probably realized, oh, I have Cobalt. I want to get that hint in watch station. He saw the door being open, and probably was like, oh, I can go there. And Baja probably at that moment told him, no, don't do that. And so he turned around, thankfully. Right. Thanks, game. We don't care about that.
Yeah, always interesting to see when we get the light shift hint before we get the dark shift hint.
Yeah, JhavA is in a conundrum. Poor JhavA. He went down catW to check and immediately found Cannonball, but he immediately has to lose it again.
Yeah. Which, I mean, to be fair, well,
he's gonna find boost ball in psychopath.
Does JhavA know about the Cobalt already?
Yeah, he went to Vault.
Yeah, then... yeah, it's really unfortunate, but
yeah, he's about to find the boost right away.
Yeah, unbeknownst to JhavA, the boost is just right coming up.
It's right around the corner. So that means JhavA most likely will get the watch station hint first, and like genuinely, if it is the spider hint, then the Ginger Chris done goofed.
Yep. Now, the more interesting question is, because JhavA now did Cat West, JhavA might stay in Upper Sing and go check Olir together with the hint now. So that's also other checks that we could get for Spider.
Nothing is good. JhavA finding his boost, probably being happy now. Is he going all the way to Olier? That's not a good idea right now. I mean, we have to get that Cobalt so we can get the hint from Olier as well.
You're also not going Hive entrance. Or Hive.
Yeah, it's a bit far out the way right now. JhavA making a mistake here. Should have went back to grab that Cobalt before going to Olier. So there's a hint there and we would have to double dip.
I mean, it feels awkward because you're just going so much back and forth with you do, and like...
PP got in by Olier. Thanks, I guess. Okay, and JhavA is making the play to Aegon. That was kind of what I envisioned before the Cobalt. We have STKs to pick up there. Can check like 2 hints on the way. Always still a good play. Why is JhavA not going for his Cobalt Translator? I'm pretty sure he was in Worlds, wasn't he? I'm pretty sure he saw.
Yeah, but maybe just banks on finding the spider normal way in.
Yeah,
anyway.
maybe.
Like, there's we didn't see the worm scent, although like knowing of spiders there.
The JhavA never killed Darksamus, so better than never.
Yeah, and apparently JhavA didn't go to Walls and doesn't know about the code.
Oh, he didn't go to Vault at all. I'm actually really surprised it did not. I could cost him.
It could, or it might not, because like Cobalt really just does hints. Although
he's returning there. I hope he goes check Vault. Please no.
No,
damn it.
Just the peak.
JhavA hot dogging the Vault, Cobalt. That is just a straight up hot dog.
And maybe they realized just
No, I think
with the
maybe they thought it was
turnaround.
safe, possibly. Yeah, it's a hot dog because you come out on Judgment Drop, you have Volt right behind the pole when you come back. Like, you should be checking that at that point.
You definitely should.
Anyway, what if let's see if our dreams of spiders and Hyderman works are still possible. They are! It's on! It is on!
Oh boy.
Did I commentate or curse that one?
I mean, we did already commentator blessing today, so we need to balance it out, right?
Watching Spider being there right now.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Oh, JhavA being bullied by the quad there. Ooh. By both quads. Yep, that's one down. Here we need a little slow jump off those sides. Get out.
Yeah, it's a little bit precise.
The quads are probably dead.
Quads can annoy you enough to be annoying.
That's a good question. I don't know if they well, first of all, I don't know if the runners know the wall crawl for how Dynamo works. And I don't know if they would attempt it just with the hint of a more wall-related upgrade there.
Yeah, that's the point. Like, we have, I mean, it's 6 power bombs, and now JhavA is facing the awkward problem of not having Spider to get out here.
That JhavA hot dogging that Vault might just really come back to haunt him now.
Yeah.
Because with that, he could already be doing Spider Guardian. If it is Spider on if it is Spider on how that works.
Like, would you go for that currently? Like, it feels like too ambitious. Like, you still have some checks left in Aegon to pick up alongside the Sky Temple keys that are there.
Chris grabbed Fitting Pit and Inkash 2, I believe.
Also, imagine if it's just on Phazon grounds and you would have checked that earlier. You'd have had such an advantage. Oh, that was close.
We have no information on Dynamo Works, the other two items in there. We just know there's a morph ball rated upgrade on JhavA. Dynamo Works logically could be Spider.
I mean, the second item should not be able to, right?
Oh yeah, I didn't pay attention. You looked at it. Now JhavA is trying to get past there with that Spider, which requires a slow jump against the wall and then a well-timed, well-placed screw attack to get across. I think JhavA is screw attacking from a bit too close to the wall there. Like you want, after the first slope jump, you want to like jump backwards after that and put sufficient amount of distance. I'm just really sad for JhavA right now, like hot dogging that Cobalt. Chris going to get a Profane Path keys. We hold all the keys.
Yeah, I mean, as I mentioned, there is Phase on Ground still left unchecked, so that's alongside here. We know Ingrel Query is nothing that we need anymore.
JhavA unfortunately is struggling here, not getting past. Losing precious time.
Yeah.
I was too far here. You need just the right distance. Yes, Spider could logically be have entrance, yes. There's no Spider requirement for that. JhavA is usually like either too close or too far, unfortunately, to make it.
Jingerchris has collected all 9 Sky Temple keys, so that means we can go do final bosses, right?
Good, and if you knew Spireless Emperor Ink 2 could go finish the game now, I do not think they know it. But maybe I'm wrong. Or maybe Baja will try.
I don't think they're going to temple, but
It
they
will be
could.
a big risk.
Like JhavA given up on
JhavA back down and going back up. Please go to Vault.
which interestingly enough could push JhavA back to get to Vault, find the Cobalt there and go start checking
He might just go Boeings for a safe walk, to be fair, but I just really want him to go check the Vault. I think he's just going for the safe station.
We have everything we need for main gyro, so like
Yeah,
we could do that.
He's gonna go for the safe station.
Or main gyro? If we just wanted the safe station, we have no need to do the puzzle right now. So maybe.
Well, the Thegingerchris is definitely not going to the final bosses, so wants to find the spider. Might be going to. Where will we be going actually? I'm not sure. Maybe pot W.
No, that's the wrong direction. Yeah, pot W. Cursed Lake should be nothing. We could go check the defiled shrine hint. If we really wanted to. And now there's
now. Yep.
Okay, a Cursed Lake could be spider. Did we have Morph Ball related there? Oh. Yeah, then you definitely want to check.
What? We have a Morph Ball related on our...
Apparently.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Could be spider there.
Oh boy.
I would be a bit sad, but...
It would be sad. It wouldn't certainly be the funny one. But yeah, you definitely
I want the funny option. That is a PB.
That's a burger.
But it's not a Cursed Lake. How down works is still on.
And JhavA did the safe work.
The problem is, how long is it gonna take for these runners? Like, how long is it gonna take for JhavA to go check vaults? Probably forever. Like, probably never gonna go back at this like last location.
Yeah, JhavA is not gonna check vault. Vault is completely off JhavA's path.
And now the Chris, what is he gonna choose to do? He has Cobalts, so I don't know if you want to check the extra hints in Nagon. Might choose to do that now and then go back to Sank. Actually, I think that would be the right thing to do right now because the elevated tank is right next to us as well.
Yeah.
So I think now if you the Ginger Chris, you go back to Aegon, you check Aegon Energy Controller hints, you check Mining Station B hints, and then you go back to Sank to do the rest of the Cobalt hints.
Pretty much.
And he is gonna run into the Key Bearer Corpse. That says small ball rated in Hive Tunnel works. And I might decide to do Spider Garden then and hope that Spider isn't there.
I mean,
Which is a dangerous action, by the way.
At that point, you probably have to. Like, the only thing you didn't do is probably upper Dark Taurus, I want to say.
Yeah, but they never went there.
So, like, by that point, if you get a Mothball related hint, you might have to go for it. Hard to say. I mean, you could do Pivot Save and maybe check upper Dark Taurus first, but
Oh no, I would rather go where there's hints still.
yeah.
And why not as Aegon and Sank for JhavA?
I mean, you definitely do
MSB.
MSB and say Sank first, but if it's the point on Spider Guardian. If you are about to go to Spider Guardian, you could do a Pivot Save and try to go for it.
Oh yeah, you definitely say it before. Because else you would get stuck. You cannot, without Spider Ball, you cannot escape. The Spider Guardian arena, so you're stuck. The only way would be the wall crawl out. Well, it's definitely not on Mineshaft, which I don't think either runner had ever checked, unless I'm wrong.
Don't think they ever checked.
But I never returned to Aegon after getting the bombs. That's nothing in Mine Station B.
Yeah.
Check storage A. Nothing.
Nothing.
And let's check the hint. Can actually check it through the window here. Who's ball hints? We already got
That's
that. So
the wrong ball hinted game.
Yeah. Something else, but not what we want to see. Like I really wanna say that it is gonna be on Half Tunnel Works. Like we had Boost and Dark Visor both hinted, and then not for STKs or any other items we need. But we both need them for Half Tunnel Works.
Yeah. That's the point. Like we got these items hinted, but hadn't had a need for them. Like
JhavA's doing a curse lake as well, hoping it's a spider on a curse lake.
Yeah.
But we already know it's not. Gonna check the Aegon energy control as well, so item plus hint. Grapple, Money Station B, yeah, I don't think we cared about that one, did we?
the red key, I think that's last Hive one.
Oh, there's a hint about Cobalt. Maybe JhavA runs into it, and that means Cobalt is also hinted now, which adds three requirements for Half Tunnel Works being hinted now. Which didn't have any usage for anything else.
It really gets suspicious, doesn't it?
It's really, really suspicious.
Like, I mean, Sank map, the Cobalt, yes. Which neither runner also checked. Chris never went down in Reactor.
I think that Chris is gonna go back to Sank now. And he might run into the more ball hints. And Tunnel Works as he goes back up there and might just decide to do the...
You definitely have to. I mean, you go up the Dark Void because you have to. But like you open up the gate just to have to use your portal there, then you are right in the room.
This thing is sad with JhavA because I believe, like I mean right now, Chris definitely has the upper hand. He has all these keys. I believe he's about to go run into the hands for the mobile, and if that is Spider, it's gonna be basically GG for the Chris. But if JhavA had gone to Vault and found that Cobalt, like all that is based on if the Spider is indeed in Half Tunnel Works.
I would
but
agree.
But if JhavA had gone with Cobalt, that would have been probably his race.
At the path they are currently, yeah, Chris definitely has the advantage. It's not going up to Dynamo.
Nothing's played.
Works,
Maybe we're just being baited and it's nothing on Half Tunnel Works, just a burger. But yeah, based on those assumptions, then
this is probably gonna be Sank map.
Yep, Ginger is gonna check Sank map now. Possible. We did have light suit hinted at, or we did need light suit for Frink Pit though.
Yeah.
I wanna say I don't believe it's gonna be here. Never mind, I'm wrong. God damn it.
Ah. Now we're sad.
That was Sagmap Station after all. We're being baited all along. Right, well, that's basically GG for the JhavA, I believe, at that point.
Need to trigger the fight to get to the save station here.
You need to kill the quad here to get the
Yeah.
save station to open to save warp.
Which is the closest save station that is available by far, so...
So yeah, Boost was a bait and Dark Visor was a bait. I am so disappointed in this scene now. I want the refund.
I mean, Boost was needed for Cobalt, which was needed for Saint Map, so... Boost was
fair.
not a bait.
That's fair, the
then,
Boost
so.
was useful. Dark Visor was definitely a bait.
Dark Visor was a hard bait.
It was hinted in always for a blog and nothing behind it. That was so disappointing.
But the game really gave us hope here in the commentary.
I did.
Like,
All the way until the end, it did. All to tear it all away from me. And so, anyway, all that JhavA now has to do to win this is go to the bosses and kill them. JhavA right now is right on his right behind. Also doing the mining station B and the mining station B and
here's the thing now, JhavA gets the vault in.
Yeah, he's gonna get the vault hint, so now he probably has a terrible realization that he hot dogged kobolds and vaults. But since it actually was not on how it works, he could have gotten baited by that, and there's no guarantee he would have checked second map station before the JhavA.
Yeah.
So I think that makes hot dogging the kobolds less of a bad thing for JhavA overall. Like nothing. Well, it all depends on what JhavA would have done in Sank before leaving to Aegon.
I mean, it definitely lost, like, basically Java's chance at winning anyway, because
yeah, it did.
It pulled away from the ability to get its spider.
Yeah.
But
what he needed to do is not hot dog that vault, grab that kobold, and basically commit to checking most of Sank before going anywhere else.
yeah,
That would have done it.
I'd say JhavA going to pick up the last
He has
the feeding
2
pit Sky Temple key here.
And in cash too, so he will get his 9
Alright.
keys. Just we'll probably not find his spider by the time the JhavA is done.
No,
But, yeah.
like you would have to return to Vault and then go all the way back to Sank map, and like by this point I would probably see JhavA do main gyro because you have to pass it again anyway. Yeah, this spider is probably not going to be found.
The JhavA should be done within 5 minutes if all goes well. So yeah, and JhavA does not have. He's the translator checks on station right now.
The only thing we don't have on JhavA's side is double damage, which would be a bit it would be convenient to have. It would make things faster, but like we have unlimited ammo and missiles, so like if we really wanted, we could just annihilate the spam Emperor 3. Don't have to deal with the screw attacking.
If I run anything in 3, I think I would always use screw attack. It's just so much faster and easier.
If you hit them.
JhavA not doing the strategy of getting up close to Emperor with the laser and pays the price highly. Not be able to get the one phase. Has done a lot of tentacles. You can lay a power bomb here. Yep, perfect. And all the tentacles are You just said now, just come the rest here. And yeah. I do it around like that, it's just turn around the other way because you're never gonna catch the opening. So JhavA has a cannonball, so at least that's easy for him. Since he didn't go back up catW, he did try, but thankfully he was stopped before he would crash his game. Because yeah, if JhavA had crashed, considering his last save was a while ago, I think that would have been pretty catastrophic for him.
Yeah, that's
definitely a question I'll be asking. Him at the end. What happened at that moment? Hello, problem.
Take that. Worried there's, I think, one left that does not get earlier. Okay, no, that did go back, okay. We have plenty of E-tanks, so shouldn't be too dangerous. And if for some reason we're struggling too much with the screw attack here and get too damaged, we have the Annihilator spam back up. You don't want to risk it. Slow and steady.
You want to be patient on this and make sure to squat like low down. Jump. Oh. Definitely you couldn't squat attack one. If you manage to squat attack Emperor when he's jumping, you can do a lot.
I mean, this is a point where you might actually consider just get the Annihilator spam, because there's not much health left.
I mean, it's just like one more squat attack this time. Just you need to be patient, else yeah you just miss every opportunity, bonk into the legs. That should be it though.
Yeah, pretty short, didn't jump. But yeah, that's the point. If you want to go too fast, then it can go so.
Yeah, the mistake is just rushing the fight, it just doesn't work out.
This should be it.
Finally, we got it. Emperor is down. All that's left now is escape the temple and beat down Dark Samus. We can already take the bets on whether we'll see Dark Samus center or not. Meanwhile, JhavA is still near gone, so nowhere close to the Global Translator. Yes, the hint for it though. So I'm assuming he's gonna take the elevator to sink, get that cobalt, and probably scan the hints. Fortunately, this will probably be over before he even makes it to the vault.
Yeah, I mean...
And we got an immediate center, so hello Dark Samus.
Well, not yet.
Oh, nothing much to this fight now that she has centered. Oh wait, no, what am I saying? She hasn't centered yet.
I got a good screw attack initially. Oh, this is gonna be a center.
Okay, now there's gonna be a center. I got baited by Kira. I saw center and I saw Dark Samus in here. Like, oh, she's centered. But no, she was not centered yet, but now she is. Yep. Now we got Dark Samus. I was saying there's nothing much at that point. You just do the fight normally, basically. Once she has entered this fight, all damage you can do on the ground is capped to a very tiny amount. You can only damage her when she's in the ball there. Normally what you try to do is you try to Dark Samus from going into that centered state and try to do enough damage to kill her. That's what we call DS for skip. It's not very easy and there's a lot of RNG, like you can do the best possible and she will still center, so.
That was rude.
That fight is, that DS4 is annoying because there's RNG as well to whether when she sends the fatal pellets or not. The fatal pellets themselves can be annoying and hit you, losing your charge. be one final shot. Oh, Burton Bird's acting up. Classic. And that's it. GG's to JhavA for taking the win. The exact time in the end was 1:34:24. Which is a pretty respectable time here. Like, surprisingly, this was actually more on the faster end of things. Even though the logic didn't necessarily seem that straightforward due to having to search for a spider, but that worked out.
And JhavA has
Well,
forfeited.
JhavA has forfeited, yes. We'll have to see if we can get the runners in there, since we still have some problems with the stream. Hopefully we manage to get them in.
Some slight technical issues, so we have to go with a bit of a workaround, but hopefully we can get
That should be fine.
all of that sorted.
Hopefully they get the invites. Yep, seems like we're getting him. Hello, Baja.
Hello, hello. Did you see he stepped away for just a minute? I'll be right here.
Yep.
Yeah. Looks like we now have JhavA and catHuman with us. GG JhavA.
GG on the race. Just missing the JhavA now.
Yeah, GG's, guys.
Yeah, GG's.
So, we saw the VOD where Spider was. It seemed like that was really the biggest difference.
Yeah, it was. That's what it came down to at the end.
Pretty much. Like, JhavA was ahead for most of the race after the initial bout. Like,
Hello, JhavA.
yeah, Chris
GG's
with
on
us.
your win.
Yeah, GG's.
So yeah, I mean, it was rather close the whole way through, really. Like, I don't think JhavA was ever more than like 5 minutes behind. But it really came down to that spider at the end.
So I'm guessing that once you saw, did you peak vault before you got the boost ball?
Yeah, so when we went up ATS, we went through the vault portal and we checked vault because we're like, it could technically still be there because there's nothing that we've got that was spider locked specifically. So let's check vault. We saw the cobalt.
Mm-hmm.
We then went and we done Sentinel's Path, found the boost, so we went back for the cobalt. I kind of goofed up. This is where Baja was shouting at me because I goofed up forgetting to get the watch station hint. Went down Cat West. Baja was expecting me to go all the way back up, but I kind of like siloed in the fact, oh, we got Cannonball. I want to take a save because we're going to do some warp shenanigans, and then we ended up rerouting based on that to go get the last keys, and then started prioritizing the hints. But we could have had Spider along the way if I'd just fallen down, but we were like conversing about what a reroute was going to be, and we, from the hints, we deduced because Boost and Cobalt were both hinted, it kind of seemed like something might be behind the Cobalt at that point, which was the last thing we found in Chain. So we went back to do the Cobalt stuff.
Yeah, I was wondering what you had in the scan the watch station, and also
Yeah,
it looked like for a moment you actually tried to go back up Cat W. Is it what happened? Like, did you think, oh, I could go back up for the hints and
Yeah, that was the rerouting conversation, and Bahaz like, no, you don't do this, you'll crash. And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. I
That's
forgot about
exactly what I thought. Like I saw you start to go up. I was like, no, don't do that, please. I saw you screw attacking over there, and I think at that moment, Baha was probably like, no, don't do this. You're gonna crash the game. Thankfully, that did not happen. But yeah, like JhavA not peaking the vault upon coming back from ATS was probably one of the biggest mistake overall due to the Cobalt being there.
So I actually did peak vault. I just didn't go
Oh, you
back
did?
for it. Yeah, I did peak
Okay.
vault. I just didn't go back for it.
I'm a bit surprised. Like, why would you not go back to the vault? Because you would have like all the hints and some extra checks.
I was thinking to follow the keys back in Aegon. Plus we had a couple more. We had a morph ball related upgrade in Accursed Lake, so we figured check that too on the way. That was at least our logic, just to follow the keys at that point, and plus to check that the one in cache. We were both pretty scared about Hive Dynamo Works being the spider,
yes.
but
Yeah.
When I saw that, I was like, oh, that's gotta be it. And it ended up not being that though. But it was still
Especially-
blocked.
Especially with the Dark Visor being hinted when it was, and it not being required, in addition to Boost Ball and Cobalt not being required up until that point. Like, when we saw that Morph Ball related upgrade there, we were so hopeful for that.
That would have been interesting for sure.
Like, by that point, JingerChris had already checked most of the easier sank locations. So we knew it was becoming more and more likely. And then when we saw that Cursed Lake had the Powerbomb expansion, we really got our hopes up. But alas, it was Cobalt Lock, but not Hive Dynamo.
That would have been scary.
yeah.
That would have
With
been.
our route, that would have been scary. I think we might have came across the hint and forced to do it, but it was definitely.
Yeah,
I
basically-
like after Sank map, I was probably gonna have a save in Gyro and Yellow Spider Guardian.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was expecting to see. Like, if it
Yeah.
was nothing in Sagmam Station, just go up, check the key bearer hints. But you see that's actually morph related and probably consider doing Dynamo Works at that point. Well, the Spider Guardian. Yeah, I think that was the biggest difference there at the end between the two runs. Else, you kind of were following each other as sort of small differences. Like, what small difference did we have? Like, both of you checked Common Center early on. Who was it that actually picked Infinite Missiles? I think it was JhavA.
I picked them up as well.
JingerChris picked them up immediately. That was one point of consideration that I was maybe a bit unsure about. Given that, like, we were so likely to return to labs anyway because we like literally checked nothing in there, I wonder if it like might have been better to leave the unlimited missiles behind and on the first pass just shoot the trigger, so that once you go back and the layer is reloaded, you then don't have to or can then grab the infinite missiles because you don't need them immediately.
Yeah, it is. It's one of the things that I kind of liked picking them up as soon as possible, because for any like individual rooms where there's a missile, you can open the door, spot the missile, and just ignore it. Because we finished on 20 missiles total, so like that was kind of the idea, is that I pick them up and I never have to worry about restocking missiles or having to go into rooms to pick up an expansion just to kind of keep us topped up and whatnot. And I guess as well, from the fact that we had all of Temple Grounds pretty much accessible to us, we weren't 100% guaranteed to be coming back to labs potentially. Like, we were this seed just because of what we found, but like there was still a few things we could probably have, because like what we had Hive Chambers, which 2, we had Dynamo, we had Comms Area, GFMC, Part 1, like we had like 6 or 7 checks that could have led us potentially into, like if we found bombs earlier, we might have done early Aegon, which would have pushed us away from labs a little bit longer kind of thing. So it was like, I wasn't too fussed. I valued picking them up straight away than later kind of thing.
That's fair.
Yeah, but personally, I think it would be better to just pick them up now, and that way you don't ever have to deal with missile headaches anymore. I think that's just preference, I guess. What are small things? Wait, there was one small difference, I think. After both of you found, I think it was light beam in the labs, so both of you left, and there was a small difference here. I think it was GGC who went to send Cabin first.
Yes.
Yeah, and JhavA just immediately went to
We hot dogged it. It
Temple
was
Grounds.
that simple.
Like that was
That was
also
a hot dog.
Yeah, we just
like that
forgot
was
about it.
the one difference that maybe set the GC on the better path.
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
Because as a result of JingerChris going for Sand Canyon but not finding anything there, on the second pass towards labs, Chris actually went in from the front and didn't have to go around from Dark Samus, which also kind of meant Chris was doing Dark Samus very, very late.
Yeah, he basically only did it when returning to grab the last keys in there.
It was our second last boss.
So, like, that was probably the point where Chris started to pull ahead a bit because just the lab routing was more efficient, and from that on, like, it was.
Because JhavA.
You basically did the same again.
After Then entered from the back, so I had to do Dark Samus. Meanwhile, GGC immediately went to Storage B, which I forgot what it had, but it had an item.
Storage B, I'm pretty sure was nothing.
It was nothing.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, Storage B was nothing. It was
one was something.
Amber was Incash 1.
Amber was an Incash 1.
Oh yeah, right. But it did lead to entering the Dark Labs instead of going to Dark Samus right away, and that's where we found Supers and Amber.
Yeah, and like as Baja says in the chat, like we were bailed by the Amber because like we done. I don't know what it was like for yourself, JhavA, but we done like the early GFMC play, and as Baja being my partner and mentor, Baja hates GFMC, so like we were never going to go back.
Oh, I
had
literally
bombs.
said it too. He was like. Yeah,
we were never going to go back if it wasn't for that.
Oh yeah, I don't think we would have either. Like that, we did. I'm guessing we had a similar route because, yeah, we did the entire Temple Grounds loop like as far as we could after finding Light Beam. So we just went we went all the way to Wind Chamber Gateway, and then found Emerald, checked whatever the temple transport is, then just went back to Aegon from there.
Yeah,
and then,
we were the same.
Yeah, and then where that hit was either, what was it, Mining Station A?
It was either I think it was MSA, and then there was it was at Seekers was the mining plaza.
Seekers was Seekers Mining Plaza,
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, or Portal Terminal, one of those. But yeah, that Amber was huge because I don't think either of us would have found those bombs for quite some time.
Yeah, you had multiple bombs hint on Mining Station, and you had the Seekers and Torvis hint in Port Terminal.
Yeah, and like we were already planning the Torvis trip. I think that was like what we were discussing, and then we get the Seekers and Torvis, so we're like, yep, we know we're going that way. That's at least pushing us. And then we knew we were out of logic because of the suit, because we needed the suit to go through into like the Jump Guardian loop where we found what was it, Grav Boost?
Yep.
So we knew we were expecting to find a suit, which we did find in the sand cache, which pieced some of that logic together. So we got the Torvis hint, so we knew we were going to Torvis. We got the safety hint of bombs, so we went and picked those up. And then Torvis was just loaded. Like the hints as soon as you went in were really good.
Oh yeah, like found something in Path of Roots immediately. Ian,
that was Echo
Lagoon. And
yeah,
then, the suit
Seekers and
Seekers were pretty early.
Oh, yeah.
That was just very nice.
And when you were like, so it was in Torvis as well. So we played like we barely touched Dark Torvis. We done none of Upper Dark Torvis, and we only done the sack chamber parts of Lower Dark Torvis to get the key that we knew about.
Yeah, I think our route was seemed very similar. Like as soon as we found Seekers, we went for SDK hints, and then went back, did energy controller, underground tunnel, and then pretty much cleared out everything we could in Lower Torvus, grabbed Dark Visor, and then took the portal in whatever the light under temple access room is, and then just went to Sack Chamber from there.
No, like routing wise, like for the most game, your routes were very, very similar. They were like, again, small differences, especially on the first trip to labs. And I want to say JingerChris routed slightly more smoothly through Torvus, but like the general path up until Cobalt and Bolt and Boost Ball and stuff was like basically the same.
Yeah, but
So-
basically the whole stretch from finding supers and Amber all the way to getting ATS was essentially the same routing between the two.
Yeah.
I definitely look forward to looking at back then, just seeing how much of a similar route. That would definitely be a
It
good
was
watch.
very linear.
Yeah, it
Logic.
felt too linear. Like the way we were routing it, like it's funny because like we joked that it was a bit of a baby seed just with the fact that we kept finding things, and it
Oh,
felt like
yeah.
we were on the same path. But it's like just how much you were finding was like something's got to be up. Something's wrong with this.
Yeah, I was surprised that we didn't need Dark Visor for anything just after it was
yeah.
hinted.
It
I
was
was surprised there was no
brilliant.
bosses. The keys were fairly free. Like
Oh,
there was
so free.
there was nothing.
Yeah,
There was
And then-
nothing bad.
because when we checked hints, all we needed was Annihilator, Light Suit, and Spider, and obviously we didn't get the Spider Ball. But I
Hmm.
mean, Annihilator and Light Suit were hinted immediately after that.
Yeah. Though I think I've just twigged as to why we had quite a cushy seed. Reed's on holiday this week. But
Don't
no,
worry, he'll be
GG
back for brackets.
Yeah, I'll have a tougher time in brackets now. 4 and 1 will be a lot more comfy than 3 and 2. I think there will be a handful of us in that group.
Maybe you can face off again.
Oh, it'd be
I-
awesome.
Actually, out of curiosity, Baja, how are brackets working this time? Is it still everyone into brackets like the first mentor, or was there a change in that? I don't
It
remember.
is, yes. Everyone make brackets seeded based on Swiss round results. And it'll be best of one, double elim, no mentors.
So let
gonna
the
be the
suffering
scary
begin.
I have throughout this entire 5 rounds, I've been trying to get better at taking handwritten notes. Like Baja does take notes on the side, but I have been actively taking the notes just so I can try and get myself prepped and ready for no mentor kind of side of things. But it's going to be a very difficult bracket when it comes to routing because this game is still very complex for routing. There's still parts where I don't feel fully confident on the best way to approach certain things. So that's definitely something I'll be working on before the bracket stage kind of kicks in.
Yeah, I had a big piece of paper out just to be ready. Like I've been thinking the same thing. Like my mentors have been doing a great job of writing down hints for me. But yeah, my big piece of paper that I was so prepared for is just blank today. So
I've got to the point where I pre-write certain things, so like I make checkboxes to make sure I've picked up all the hints, and then I write down like the key locations. So like I pre-fill my sheet. But honestly, see if I look at it, I've not really filled it in.
but I will say today was like this is like we didn't really need to write that much down. It was like
Nah.
all right, like the game's just gonna hand everything to us. That's kind of nice.
Yeah, like I think the few hints I really took down for locations were two in caches were beam related before we knew anything about Annihilator, and the ball related, which we could have found Spider on. Because we also made that play in hopes it was Spider as well.
Mhm.
But yeah, there wasn't really much to note.
Yeah, not a bad seed overall. Yeah, you notched a heck of a time. That looked pretty darn good.
It was a pretty fast overall, surprisingly, even with that hunt for the spider at the end.
Yeah, it was This felt like a Prime seed. Honestly, this felt like playing Prime 1.
This felt
Yeah,
like
it's
an
the-
8.6 kind of RDV seed. Like these are the seeds I remember. I don't know what has happened in the past 4 weeks to Randomania. This is what I remember Echo's seeds being like. Back in my day, we did spider ball hunts, not chickakee hunts.
I mean, probably devs noticed that the tournament was going on and they wanted the mentees to have the proper learning experience. So
Well,
learn
it's
as
funny
much of the
'cause
game as you can.
I think me and Meepy were talking a little bit because, like, I've definitely expressed how there's been a massive influx of Chica being relevant this year. So I would like to like do a batch generation on the current versions and go back each version to see when that change happened to try and understand when Chica decided to get out of bed. Because she has been very, very active for the Mentor Tournament. And Morbus is taking a bit of a snooze.
Yeah, who would have thought we'd be complaining about a Morbus not being required as much, only to have Chica be required even more.
I think the Amorbus thing is that Amorbus's logic was changed sometime at the end of last year, or middle of the year, where energy requirements were tweaked a little bit for Amorbus. So I wonder if that's what's pushed Amorbus being out and Chica's kind of fell a little bit more. They probably met each other a little bit together, like closer together when they would become logical or required. So curious to see what the data will say whenever I get around to that.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see.
But no, I don't think I've got anything else to say myself.
Yeah, I guess if there's any final thought by anyone, say it now. That's I think we're gonna be closing up.
Yeah, just GG's. Yeah, thanks to Kat for mentoring me, and thanks for Raylan and Storm for calming and Drake for tracking.
Yeah, GG's. Thanks to comms. Thanks for SpeedGaming, obviously working in the background to get the actual race up and running on SG.
Oh yeah,
All those
that was
difficulties with that.
Definitely thanks to SpeedGaming here. We had a bit of trouble at the start. I wasn't very easy to get going, but we ended up getting a pretty seamless experience. So
Yeah.
thanks to them.
Yeah, very appreciative.
And I'll say thanks to Baja, always supporting me.
Yeah,
Partner in crime. I think you missed that. I was saying to Zestrian the other night in Baja, maybe for the next CGC we can swap roles if I do well in this Echoes tournament.
You do not want to see me play Metroid Prime on a GameCube controller. It's ugly.
Didn't you just take second in the most recent Prime tournament? Like, stop it.
I'm very washed in Prime. got some practice to do, and that was I don't know, crazy plot armor. I don't know what happened in the Prime tournament.
Right. Anyway, well, thanks to our runners. GG's again to thegingerchris and JhavA. Thanks to our mentors for all the work they've been doing to help all our mentees. And thanks to Random for commenting alongside me.
Oh, myself,
We have more races coming out today. In about 2 hours, we will have Rico versus Sasquatch on SpeedGaming 3. And later, possibly also Amico versus Tashifer, which is also a few hours later. So stay tuned for these, and in the meantime, I'll see you next mission.
Bye!
Thanks, everyone.
see you next mission.
Yeah.